Hey guys, I hope you're doing so well. Today we're going to be talking about Jake the Catfish. I'm so sorry, but if I had to experience it, you have to also experience it. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. This is Jake. Jake is a silly little man from, where is he from? He's from the States. He's got two accounts. Okay, so one account, it's mainly involving his dating advice, his own personal dating advice.
Oh my God, where are all the nice men at? Where are all the nice men that open up our doors and will spin us around a kitchen? Where are all the nice guys that will treat us like princesses like we actually deserve because we are princesses? They're fucking hiding. They're exhausted. Finished. They're done. They don't want to be a part of this fucking dating culture anymore. They're tired of giving all of their effort. They're tired of giving literally everything that they have, being communicative, giving you all their attention, replying within seconds if you're replying back to them. They're literally giving you all of them, and it's getting them nowhere.
If I had to describe him, he's having a really hard time. Okay, he's having a hard time being single. He's having a very hard time finding a lady to love, right?
Happy Easter. It's been a while, I know. But there's a reason for that, and we're going to dive right the fuck into it. I'm going to give you a little PSA. This is going to be one of those aggressive advice videos. I'll just put it out that way, okay? Okay, that's great. Just great. Anyway.
And he gives dating advice because he wants the world to know how to properly date. Because nobody knows how to date, okay, according to Jacob. Nobody knows how to properly date. Everything that you do in the dating world is wrong, except for what he does. His other account, which I think has been recently deleted, was dedicated to his future wife. And I believe it was called To My Future Wife. It looks like it's either privated now or all the videos were deleted. He'll be posting videos dedicated to his future wife. I believe he's divorced. He also may have kids. He's known as Jake the Catfish on TikTok, and that's because he is bald and he likes to wear hats a lot. So I'm not going to call him a hatfish because he goes like 50-50. So I think people are just calling him a hatfish just to kind of get under his skin because he's bald. I personally don't have a problem with people who are bald. I don't really see it as a negative thing, but generally speaking, people who are considered hatfishes are people who are bald and then wear hats to try to hide it. You know, like catfishing when you're dating or whatever, it's hatfishing. Anyway, so they're calling him Jake the Hatfish. Hang on, let's reel it back. Jacob signed up to do a stranger photo shoot. So a stranger photo shoot, it's quite common apparently. A lot of professional photographers do offer these. It's just like a fun little activity to do to meet, to meet people, to meet new friends. It's not necessarily romantic. Like, it's not like a matchmaking thing, but it could be, you know what I mean? Like, it's basically what you do is you go online, you fill out a little questionnaire with some facts about yourself, about your interests, about your hobbies. And then the photographer takes your application and they'll match you with someone who they think that you might like vibe with. And then you don't meet until you actually go to the photo shoot. And then you meet for the first time, the photographer, click, 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 click. And then it's like a cute little photo shoot. So it's either like, super awkward because they're like, oh, we don't vibe. Or sometimes it's like, ends up being romantic. You go on a date. Sometimes it's just like, oh, this was cool. This was fun. Okay, see you later. It's very casual. It's not presumed to be romantic. That's the bottom line here. Okay. So anyway, Jake signs up for this stranger photo shoot. Chelsea's the photographer, and so Chelsea sets up Jake to be photographed with this girl. Her name's Paige. So they go on this photo shoot. They each get interviewed by the photographer before the photo shoot happens.
My name is Paige. I'm from Adairsville, and I'm feeling a little nervous, but I'm excited.
Jake from Kingston, and I'm nervous, but I'm pretty excited.
They both say they're really excited. They're a little bit nervous. So she puts Jake inside of this, it looks like a shed or something, and he's holding a bouquet of flowers, and Paige is outside waiting for him to come out and see her for the first time. And when Jake opens the door and he sees Paige, the look on his face is just like, what is going on? What did I just step into? And then he seems to kind of like compose himself and turn around and say, okay, I guess I'm doing this. Let's go. And they continue and they do the whole photo shoot. It ends up being really cute. They got some beautiful pictures. Like, this girl looks gorgeous. Her hair is done. Her makeup is phenomenal. Her outfit is so cute. The white dress with the cowgirl boots, and they're on a farm. They're taking pictures with horses. Like, it's just, he's got like a cowboy hat. Like, the photos were so freaking adorable. They really turned out so well. And even from their responses, like the responses that, because they did the interview before and then they did an interview after. So this is what they said after.
I think this was probably the funnest experience I've had in my life. I had a really good time. Chelsea did a great job. I think it went very well. I would 100% do it again.
The entire experience was absolutely wonderful. I got to see the photos as they were taking them, and they looked phenomenal. I think everything went really well. So they did a really good job.
It sounded like they both genuinely had a really good experience. So where the story takes a bit of a turn is a little bit later. Jake goes on TikTok and he goes on this, I'm going to call it a rant. He starts off the TikTok saying he's been catfished 5 times. And he says, count them, 5 times.
This is something that needs to be addressed, and I don't know how many more times I can take it, because this is the 5th, count it 5, 5th time this has happened to me. Yesterday, I went on a stranger session thing, and I know how a stranger session works. If you don't know how it works, the photographer meets you up with somebody it's like a blind date. Now, this photographer asked what I wanted, and I gave her an AI photo that showed exactly what I wanted to the detail.
So he had to create an AI girl to be his perfect woman as his type, as the girl he wanted her to choose for him. I'm sorry, that is one of the craziest things that I've ever heard.
To the detail. Like, the AI photo I have, she's perfect. I'm like,
yeah, she's perfect. Yeah. Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong. If someone asks you like, hey, what's your type? Normally you would pick someone who everybody knows. So like a famous person, a celebrity who like, you know, kind of like embodies your type or whatever, right? Or you just, you say, I don't know, tall, dark, and handsome, or like whatever, you know? And he had to go, I don't know, to Chat GPT or some like, I don't know, AI thing and create a girl from scratch that specific. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't just think of a girl. He couldn't think of a type of girl because that would be too general for him. He had to actually go through the efforts of creating a very specific girl.
she's not real. Yeah, I was realistic. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you better give me a damn supermodel or, you know, a porn star or something. That's not who I am. It's not my type. I have a type. It's not that.
But anyway, so here's the girl. I don't know how tall he is, but that is a very tiny lady. Tiny blonde lady. She's got perfect teeth. She's got huge boobs. She's got a little waist. She looks to be about 6 or 7 inches shorter than him. So if he's anywhere shorter than like 5'11", that means she has to be what, 5'2"?
I gave her every detail that she could possibly need, and the girl that she picked, based on the photos that girl had presented to her, she was perfect. The photos that the photographer showed me at the very end of it, she's like, this is what she looked like. I'm like, if she had looked like that would have been fucking perfect, dude. She had a great personality, and she was beautiful. She just was maybe 100 pounds heavier than her pictures were.
I just want to reiterate what I just said before. This stranger photo shoot, it's not a matchmaking session. It's not like you guys are going on a blind romantic date together. It's a photo shoot. It's a fun little photo shoot where they take like cute pictures, right? That's it. And you're matched by the photographer, right? Like you don't go and select the person that it's a stranger photo shoot. You don't know who you're taking pictures with.
And I wish I was joking. And that's not to sit here and be ugly. Like, I'm literally saying that there is a difference between that. How she looked and how she was now. Call me shallow. Call me an asshole. Call me whatever you want. I have a preference and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person. I think I have every right to feel that level of attraction towards them. I'm sorry I don't find somebody who is plus size to be attracted to me. People call me shallow because I have a rule. I will not date you if you are wider than I am.
I will not date you if you are wider than I am. I'm trying to think of a way to say this without being rude. find it a little bit hypocritical when it doesn't look like Jacob has stepped into a gym recently.
I'm sorry. I don't want to come across as ugly, but I also have standards. How can I expect you to love me and take care of me if you can't even do that for yourself? And I was waiting to come on the other side of the door and see this person for the first time. I'm like, you know what? It's going to be the greatest fucking time. Like, I pray to God this is my wife. The level of disappointment. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I looked at the photographer and like, she had no idea. It's not her fault. The photographer had nothing to do with it. But I looked at her and I'm like, come on. Really? After some time, I got to be by myself with the photographer, and she's like, I am so sorry. I'm like, you had no idea. Don't be sorry.
His reaction makes me very nervous, okay? The whole thing, he's so intense. He's like, I thought this was going to be my wife. I was so disappointed. I looked at the photographer, and even the look that he gives when he's reenacting his reaction is scary to me. Okay, let's say you sign up for this blind photo shoot, stranger photo shoot, whatever, okay? The person who's there isn't your type. Whatever. Continue on with the photo shoot. Like, no big deal. Okay, well, I tried it. That sucks. The fact that he is taking it so freaking personally and is just like, it upset him enough that he has to come online and berate this woman for her looks. That's scary. It's very odd.
She catfished the photographer. She catfished me. She catfished everybody. It's a blind date, so that you never know what to expect. But
that is insane. First of all, this girl is absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. I'm sorry, but very clearly out of his league.
The lesson is this: just be yourself. If you're that desperate for someone to love you, wouldn't you want them to love you for who you actually are rather than what you could look like? Come on, like, for fuck's sake, it's not that hard. I want my person to love me for who I am, what I look like. If they don't like a certain part of me, then that's okay. That's a preference. Not everyone's going to love how the way I look. Nobody's going to be okay with the way I look, and that's fine. But we can't sit here and play these fucking games and like, oh, he'll never notice that I'm fucking 100 pounds heavier. Yes, the fuck I will. Do fucking better. Jesus Christ.
Him being so incredibly disappointed because he thought that this was going to be his wife it gives me a little bit of like an icky, nervous feeling. Like, he's very intense. Very, very, he's got big feelings. Anyway, we're going to continue. You'll see a little bit later when we start going through his TikToks, but this man's whole life is complaining about how single he is and how difficult it is to find somebody. But I mean, like, if you have standards that fit just such a small percentage of people, just people in general, like small percentage of people, let alone the percentage of people who fit his type, that are also single, that also would be interested in him. I mean, that's going to be hard to find. It's going to be very hard to find. You can have a type, but if you're going to be that narrow-minded, you also have to accept that it's going to be really, really hard to find somebody who checks all your boxes. Okay, just to quickly go over the details of the photo shoot, because this is posted to the Chelsea photography page on Facebook. It says, stranger sessions are here. Me and Down to Earth Photography are excited to launch a new kind of photo experience centered around genuine interaction and authentic moments between two complete strangers. Here is how it works. Fill out an application. Participants are paired based on personality, comfort level, and overall vibe. Meet for the first time in the session. Let us capture the connection naturally. Every session will be different: fun, awkward, cinematic, wholesome, flirty, or friendship focused. The goal is to create something real and unforgettable. And then you can book, like, based on the length of the session, how many images you want, etc. So to me, that just sounds like a fun little photo shoot to do. It sounds like a friendship oriented thing. I don't know. It doesn't sound romantic to me. It doesn't sound like, hey, let's meet your future wife kind of thing. Maybe that's just me. It says participants are based on personality. So I actually have a screenshot of the messages between Jake and the photographer after he had filled out the application and I guess gotten approved by Chelsea, the photographer. He decided to send her, the AI photo that he sent Apparently he did that unprompted. So he sent it to her, and Chelsea, the photographer, says, "Wait, who's this?" And he says, "It's an AI photo to reference my type." And she says, "LOL, she's beautiful. I know the hardest thing is getting pretty close. I'm gonna keep searching." And he says, "Unfortunately, I've spent my life settling for less than what I truly deserve. Looks are not everything, but it's really important to me." I kind of feel bad for the ex-wife. I mean, I don't feel bad the fact that she's divorced from him, but I feel bad that she had to experience life with this guy. Furthermore, in the conversation, he says, "Speaking of which, would you mind texting her for me?" Her being Paige, the girl he's being matched with in the photo shoot. "Would you mind texting her for me and ask if she would like to go on a date after the photo shoot, and we can get back closer to home if everything goes good and she wants to continue forward." So they haven't even met yet. The guy doesn't even have Paige's number. Okay, he doesn't know what she looks like. He's already asking her out on a date. So like in his mind, he's like, this is like a done deal. I'm getting married to this woman, right? Like he's like, this is going to be the love of my life. I personally would be a bit weirded out immediately if someone wanted to ask me out on a date without knowing who I was. Just like, I think that's weird. I think that's weird. Chelsea says, maybe depending on how the shoot goes, you guys can exchange numbers. So she's immediately just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. But you know, if you want to ask for her number, you go right ahead. Y'all can exchange numbers, and then you can text her and ask her to go on a date with you. That way it's coming from you and not me. And he says, yes, that's perfect. It feels like it's this guy's first day on earth to me. I'm so happy that the photographer was able to recognize that was a little bit weird and was like, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe you can ask her yourself for her number. You know, I'm not gonna do that. So her reaction to that kind of gives me like, she understood there was kind of like weird vibes from the beginning. Now I apologize for what's about to come, what you guys are about to witness. But I have to give you the whole picture. I have to give you the whole picture. We're gonna go through a couple of Jake's little TikToks and prepare yourself. Okay.
All right, so let's go back to class for a second because y'all need a lesson.
Okay, everybody get a pen, get a notepad. We're gonna learn some things. Okay, we're gonna learn some things about the dating world. Ready?
In this life, okay, when you are in the dating scene, there are 3 things that you do to make somebody know that you are interested in them. Okay. The first one is the basic one. You swipe right on them, or you give their number out, or however it is. It just say, well, we're just going to do online dating for right now. You swipe right on them. That means you took the time to look at their profile, look at who they look like, and get a brief idea of who they are. So you swipe on them. That tells you that the other person is interested. When you swipe right on somebody, that means you like them.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. You know, like just based solely off of looks, when you're on a dating app, obviously you see someone's picture and you have the option to swipe left, which just means you know you're not interested, or swipe right or whatever. I don't know, that might have been backwards. Anyway, you swipe one way means you like them, you swipe the other, you don't like them. You read the profile sometimes, I guess, you know, sometimes a lot of people don't read the profiles, they just look at the pictures, but you read a bit of the profile and you're like, all right, let's open a conversation.
I don't know if anybody was aware of that. Trust me, listen, it means you like them, or you're interested in them, or something like that. It's the swipe left means you don't like them. Okay? Left is no, right is yes. Are we tracking? Okay, good. Very, very good.
Okay, we very quickly went from reasonable to condescending.
Okay, you like my sarcasm a little bit? Okay, so fucking people, I swear, it's stupid. Anyway,
Now he's angry. He's just angry?
going on. Number 2. When you swipe on that person and they swipe on you back, that means it's a connection. If you match, you like each other. It's you both looked at each other and said, yeah, I like that person. I tapped that. Not really. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. Anyway, mostly. Anyway, it's one of those things. Okay, so you swipe, you match. All right. The second thing is you have to talk to that person. I'm not sure if you knew this. I don't know if you're aware. But you have to actually talk to that person. You can't just be like,
No, you don't have to talk to that person. First of all, you could accidentally swipe on somebody. And second of all, you like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Swiping on somebody's dating profile does not entitle you to a conversation with them. Sorry. Maybe they were drunk. Maybe they were falling asleep and their phone slipped. Maybe they did like you that day, but now they woke up and they realized you're probably not a very nice person to talk to. I don't know. You don't have to talk to anybody ever.
now, ladies, I understand that, you don't have to make the first move. It should be the man who does that. Unless it's on Bumble or for whatever fucking reason that the women have to make the first move. I don't understand that. Because it's dumb. Women should not be making the first move. Anyway, the third one.
The fact that he's upset that on Bumble, women are the ones that have the choice to make the move and the opportunity to decide for themselves whether they want to speak to him or not is a little scary. It's a little scary. That shouldn't be upsetting for somebody.
The third one, right? The third one, get this, now track with me here, okay? When you match with somebody and you talk with them and you get an idea of who they are and you're like, okay, this guy's a daddy. Mm-hmm. Yes, queen, I want to get, So when you, when you get to that point, right? All right. And you match with them and the man offers to take you out on a date. You have to make the effort to go on that date. Well, I have kids. Find a sitter. I've got kids.
What is up with him saying you have to do this and you have to do that? You don't have to do anything. His entitlement is blowing my mind. This whole mindset that he has, the entitlement, he's deranged, right?
I've got kids. I've got my kids this weekend. But you know what? If I have a date that I want to go on, I ask my mother, I ask my father, I ask my grandmother, I ask who I need to ask to make time for that person. Well, you shouldn't be going on dates if you have your kids. Probably not. But you know what? It's my choice. And if I want to take 2 hours out of my day to go have a date with someone.
I mean, I could agree with that, but also it depends on how often you have your kids. If you have your kids, it's a 50-50. Go on a date if you want to go on a date, but if you see your kids once a month and then that one time you decide you're going to go on a date, I'd be judging you a little bit, but okay. Anyway,
Well, good. My kids will be okay for 2 seconds to go see their fucking grandparents for a little while. I think it'll be all right. It's not the end of the world. It is that simple. You do need to make that effort. If you're not making the effort, if you're not talking to them, if you swiped on them by accident, you're not showing the interest that you need to for that other person. That other person requires that interest and it's necessary.
it's not necessary. It's his, yeah, he needs to take a deep breath and relax, take a step back and seek a therapist, I think.
Also, if somebody sends you a video kind of, or a voice note or whatever, just kind of explaining, hey, like, this is how I do things. This is how I operate. This is how things go. Like, this is a video kind of giving you an idea of who I am, what to expect, and stuff of that nature. Like, I made a 10-minute video basically going about my non-negotiables about what I want in a relationship. If you're going to sit here and look at me and say, I don't have 10 minutes to listen to that, can you summarize it? Boo-boo, no. It doesn't take 2 seconds to put your phone on your shoulder or on your shoulder.
Wait, is he sending his TikToks to these girls? Is he sending his TikTok? I hope that he's not. Oh my gosh, if I was talking to someone on a dating app and they sent me a 10-minute long TikTok video pointing out what they're looking for and like the way that they operate. I'm sorry, is this it's orientation day? Like, this is crazy. I hope he's not doing it. I hope he's just oh my gosh.
It doesn't take 2 seconds to put your phone on your shoulder or in your bra or wherever and just listen. I understand we're all busy, but God, if you can't make the effort to learn that, you're not worth my fucking time. Get the fuck out of here. That's embarrassing to say the least.
You know what's embarrassing? The fact that every single video, he is actively recording him illegally using his phone on the road while driving. And you can see it in his sunglasses. Look. In every single video, he's like holding his phone like this while he's driving, recording himself. Very interesting. Okay guys, just wanted to take a quick moment to talk about the most exciting addition to my self-care routine, who is also partnering with me in this video, the Lawyer's Equinox Pro LED mask. So I've been trying it out for, well, it's been a little bit over a month now. I have been absolutely loving it so far. It's such an easy addition to the self-care routine. Something I really love about it is that the mask is flexible. It feels really nice. It's not uncomfortable whatsoever. So the Equinox Pro offers 6 different treatment modes, targeting fine lines, wrinkles, acne, redness, and uneven skin tone, boosts collagen, supports clearer, firmer skin. LED therapy can also help boost hydration and absorption of topical skincare, and you can choose to do either just the face coverage or you can do the neck and chest and face all at the same time. As somebody who is working full-time, has a little one, and then is also trying to do this YouTube thing, it is really hard to be able to find a moment to be able to treat myself to some self-care, but this mask has really helped me because it literally just takes 10 minutes a day. So thank you so much, Lawyers, for partnering with me today. If you guys do want to receive a little bit of a discount on your next purchase, a link will be down below in the description. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Brace yourself for this one, okay? It's the angle. The angle, it's not good. It's not good. Obviously, I can't play the music, but it's kind of like some like country whatever song. Anyway, it says it says, buy her flowers, open her door, treat her right, be there for her, make sure she eats, give her all your effort, give 110%, even if it costs you. And then he sits up and it says, and you, my friend, will be up at 2 a.m. wondering why she left and you're never good enough for anyone. And of course ends with the classic, nice guys finish last. The world's biggest martyr, right? And at the bottom it says, and still get treated like trash with a crying emoji. So sorry, my dude. Don't know why you're getting treated poorly by all these women. Can't figure it out. Maybe some introspection would help. Okay, let's move on to another one. Okay, I got another whopper for you. Okay, so this again, he's driving, filming himself.
Happy Easter. It's been a while, I know. But there's a reason for that, and we're going to dive right the fuck into it. This is going to be one of those aggressive advice videos. I'll just put it out that way, okay? Okay, that's great. Just great.
He seems angry to me. Why is this so scary? Like if
you are in the moment of your life where you are unsure if you need to be starting a relationship or you are unsure if you need to be in the dating scene, do not get into it. Okay? Okay, that sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah, don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Well, why not? Maybe I am ready. Well, if you're not certain, then you shouldn't be. Well, why do you say that? Because if you're going to go into a relationship with somebody and you're going to give them 1,000% of your effort and they're going to give you even more of that to prove to you that you are a genuine man, a genuine woman, that you are actually here for the right reasons, and then you turn around and you're like, I thought I was ready, but I'm actually not. I got a lot going on in my life. Like, if you're not ready, do not waste anyone else's time, because I'll tell you what happens. You're hurting that other person. You're getting their hopes up. You're making it where they think that they're scoring the biggest thing of a lifetime, and they're like, wow, the wait is finally over. I found my person. I can't wait. I can't believe this is happening. Holy crap. That's what they're going through. What's going through their mind, right? They're excited.
Okay, you heard it here, guys. As soon as you see somebody, if you open a conversation with them, marriage. Immediately. You have to. You have to. There's no other choice. You're not allowed to decide whether or not you like that person, because that's mean. That's hurtful. You're not allowed to say, you know, maybe our personalities, they don't click. No, can't do that. Can't do that. No dating. No dating allowed.
They're ready. They can't believe that they've been waiting all this time and they found somebody who's actually worth a damn. Oh, but wait, plot twist. They're not actually ready for you. Well, you could be patient and wait for them. That's fine. But if you ask me personally, I feel like you deserve better than that. If you're going to pour into somebody that much where you're getting their hopes up and they're like really happy to be around you, I'm sorry, but if you turn around and just say you're not ready, that's the most evil fucking thing in the world. It's like handing a fucking Big Mac meal in front of a homeless man and be like, actually, I'm kind of hungry myself. Give me a minute.
Man, this guy needs he needs help. He needs a therapist. He needs a friend to really take him aside and say, listen, my guy, first of all, stop posting on TikTok. Stop posting on TikTok, because I can almost guarantee I don't know what he's like in person. If he's sending girls these 10-minute long TikToks right off the bat saying, hey, this is how I run the show. There's not much help for him, right? But if maybe he's not like this in person, maybe he's nicer. I don't know. Like, hopefully he's not actually this bad in person to women. But if he is, as soon as they find these TikToks, he's toast, right? Like he must know that. Or is he posting these hoping that these women will find it? Because he's like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, and they'll know I'm serious. I'm just blown away.
This is your sign right now. If you are not ready to be in a relationship, get the fuck off the dating apps. Stop talking to that person if you do not have the intention of being with that person. Okay? Jake, who hurt you? A lot of fucking people have. A lot of fucking people have. Yes, they have. Just be a human being. Have the decency, okay? It's not hard. It's not rocket science. If you really don't want to be with that person, say so. If you're not ready for a relationship, don't talk to anybody. If you've got a lot of shit going on in your life where you know you can't handle a relationship, don't get into one. Is this something that I have to say? For fuck's sake. It seems like common sense, does it not? Anyway, be better. Other people don't deserve to be hurt, especially the good ones who are trying their fucking best to give you everything that you ever wanted. They didn't deserve that. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna go now. Have a great Easter.
Is he serious? Is he actually serious? It feels like he's really serious. It feels like these are really big feelings that he has, and he's genuinely offended and upset that women just aren't liking him. Like, oh my God, how dare they not like me and want to marry me? He's like a toddler who, wants to play with a toy, and their parents are like, sorry, little Johnny, not right now. And they're like, but I want to play with my toy. That's the vibe that he is giving me. It's creepy, to be honest. It's creepy. It's not a quality that I would look for in a person. I don't think it's a quality that a lot of people would look for in a person. I don't know if I really want to go through more. That pretty much... Oh, no, we got one more. Okay, just one more. Just one more little quick one. Yeah, so we just got to feel sorry for him, right? Like, he's such a martyr. He's just taken on the world, the weight on his shoulders, just trying to be good to the women of this world. It's just so hard. It's such a hard life. The weight that he bears, right? Anyway, so a lot of people were just flooding his comments. They were flooding. So he turned off his comments, and then he came back and made a apology video. I say that kind of with a question mark because I don't know, it seems like it could be an apology, but it kind of goes like from an apology to like, I don't know if that's really an apology to like, okay, maybe he's kind of redeeming himself. Anyway, I'm just gonna play it. I don't know if I'm gonna play it on 2-speed or whatever because it's pretty long. It's almost 7 minutes long, but you'll get the gist of it.
I don't even know where to begin. Maybe I'm sorry would help. A good place to start, I guess. I can already hear people saying, well, you're sorry because everything blew up. You're sorry because you were caught. You were sorry because you see the consequences of your actions. Like, yeah, there's a little motivation behind that, but it's mostly because I had a couple of days to think about it and I was in the wrong. I'm trying to have accountability for myself. I'm trying to sit here and own up to what I did. I'm not just saying I'm sorry because everything's blowing up. I'm saying I'm sorry because it's the right thing to do. Paige didn't have anything to do with any of it. She was just a person who was put in my life for some reason. And in that stranger session, she handed me a handwritten note, and it said, with a deck of cards, and it said, "I don't know where life is going to take." I can't say it word for word. I don't have it anymore, but I don't know where life's supposed to take us, but whatever hand that life hands you. Like I said, I don't remember word for word, but it's like, In the note, she was basically saying like maybe this is we're supposed to meet each other for a reason or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still trying to remember, but
Okay, so he threw away the note, obviously, which is that's fair. I guess like you meet somebody at the stranger photo shoot and you don't click, and so you throw it away. But that's that's kind of rude. But okay, that's fine. I get it. He wasn't interested in Paige, right? So obviously he didn't keep the note. But that's very sweet of her to write a little note, even though she didn't know who she was going to meet either. But she wrote a little note for him.
I feel guilty as hell for saying what I said. And at first I felt like I had to defend my actions, like I had to go and make a fucking video about like, oh, she catfished me. Like, hey motherfucker, it's a stupid stranger session. What do you expect? And like I said, during the photo session, I was nice, I was respectful, I didn't say anything ugly or mean to her. Like I just went about my day, but I had to go and make my fucking video about it, and it bit me in the ass. I've reached out to Paige and I've apologized. And I've reached out to Chelsea, the photographer, and I've apologized. I've apologized to other people who I needed to apologize also, who aren't related to it, but happened in the past, and I needed to make amends. But and listen, I don't say any of this for anyone to forgive me. I don't say this for just for it to go away because they're like, oh, well, you're just saying this because your life's blowing out. No, I'm saying it because it's the right thing to do. Whether or not you believe me is not my fucking problem. After looking at all the comments that people have made, all the pictures that people have made, people telling me to remove my hat, that I'm a hat fisher, which I still don't understand. Like it's not a secret that I'm bald, but it's besides the point. The point is that I fucked up. I'm trying my very best to take ownership of it, and I don't know why on earth things had to happen the way that it happened. I don't know why, because of what I said, that it got blown up to such a proportion when people say the more outrageous shit to each other all the time, but nothing gets said about that.
See, that's where it becomes not really redeemable because he's like, I don't understand why it blew up. If you don't understand what you did wrong, then this is not a real apology, is it? Is it? No.
And I'm not sitting here trying to play a victim. I'm not sitting here asking for pity. Like, I'm taking ownership of what I did. I fucked up. All I can do is say I'm sorry. Paige didn't deserve that whatsoever. And I said, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm literally not trying to make any excuses whatsoever. But the reason I did what I did and said what I said is because I'm very insecure. I'm very, very bitter. I hold a lot of anger. I hold a lot of resentment. I hold a lot of trauma. I mean, I've been through it.
Okay, at least he realizes it, right? At least he realizes that he's obviously very insecure and been obviously traumatized by something. But, go to therapy. Seek a therapist. Get help. Don't just come online and make videos.
People don't see is the shit that I've been through in my life, and it hasn't been dealt with properly. And that's not an excuse. Like, hear me, that's not an excuse. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm trying to own up to what I did. I'm trying to say I'm sorry. I'm trying to make things better. And I don't expect anyone to forgive me. I don't expect anything to happen out of this. I don't expect a damn thing. Ever since this has happened, I've received death threats. I've received people telling me that I'm a horrible father, and they're not wrong. And I've received messages telling me to go unalive myself. And ever since I've tried 3 times in the past, not recently, but just in general, that hurts a little bit deeper than it should. And I'm not saying any of this for you to take pity on me. I'm not saying any of this to make you feel sorry for me. Like, I'm trying to understand why I'm receiving such a harsh punishment for what I did when things have. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and say like it wasn't no big deal. I just said some words like, I hurt somebody and it hurt somebody's feelings, and that's a big deal. I just don't think that death threat is something that you should bring upon somebody because they said something. To me, that's kind of outrageous.
And I've said it 100 times on this channel, like we don't do the death threat thing. We don't send the messages, the unalive yourself, that kind of, like, we don't harass online, right? Like, we don't do that. That's never a good thing. That's never an appropriate thing to do, no matter how weird a person might be. Okay? Not a good thing. That's not what we do. And it is sad to hear that he has tried to unalive himself 3 times in the past. But if that is the case, man, like you need help. You need to be in therapy. You don't need to be dating. Like you said it yourself. Let's quote from one of his many TikToks of his own dating. He should take his own advice If you are not fully healed of the trauma from your past, you should not be dating right now. And very clearly, he is not healed from his trauma. So should he be dating right now? I mean, if he took his own advice, no, right? So,
And now I have to protect myself and my family and my kids because of what I said. Like, I didn't think the video that I made was gonna go to that extreme. I feel like that's a little too much, if you ask me. Sure, the memes, the pictures, the hateful comments, okay, I deserve that, but I don't feel like my family or me deserves stuff like that. I'm not saying I shouldn't go unpunished, but anyway, I'm rambling at this point. If you're watching this, I am sorry. Make whatever pictures you want. I took my hat off for that. Say what you need to say, get it out of your system. I'm sorry. You can forgive me or you can move on. I mean,
you see what I mean? So, yeah, I would first assume it's because everything blew up. And I don't think, because he was really digging in his heels. So, you know, like if you look at all of his other TikToks, he wasn't sorry. That's just how he is. That's just how he talks. I think he is sorry that it blew up. But maybe, you know, he's self-aware enough to realize that that's probably what people thought. Like, I mean, I don't know if you'd call that self-aware, but he's aware, he's conscious enough, right, to realize that's probably what people are gonna think. But he wasn't conscious enough to think maybe I shouldn't be posting this in the first place. And he's obviously not self-aware enough to realize that his mentality around dating is just not it. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so this is a response from a girl who apparently personally knows or has met Jake. So this is her giving her 2 cents, and I just think it's really interesting to have this. We're gonna throw it in, okay? It's just gonna add to the flavor.
Back in early 2025, I was online dating and I matched with Jake on Hinge. He actually sent a like to me first and wrote out this long message. Like, it was very sweet. He complimented me. He found things in my profile to, you know, talk to me about. You know, usually people don't put that much effort into a message. So of course I was like, I'll give this guy a shot, because unlike Jake, I wasn't really that concerned with looks. I was more into finding a good Christian man who was stable, who was like future focused. So I gave Jake a shot even though he wasn't my type. After a few messages, he asked for my number and I said, sure, no problem. Here you go. He texted me and then immediately sent a screen recording of him deleting Hinge and all of the other dating apps off of his phone and said, since we're talking, I only want to talk and commit to getting to know you right now. And at first I was like thinking, like, this is intense. This is online dating. We've only exchanged a few messages back and forth and he's already wanting to commit to me when we don't even know each other.
It's totally fine. Like, if you're on a dating app and you meet someone and you really connect with them and you're like, you know what, I'm going to delete that app, and you choose to do that, that's one thing. But to let them know, that puts that pressure on them as well. You know, that seems like a little bit inappropriate to me, especially in the first time meeting some. Actually, they didn't even meet. When you're just talking to somebody, even in the first couple of dates, I would say if someone had said that to me, like, I deleted the app for you, like, I'm ready to commit to you. If I wasn't on the same page, I'd be like, whoa, that's thanks, but I didn't ask you to. Like, I don't think I would get a good reaction. There wouldn't be a good reaction from me for sure. That's putting pressure on the person. I don't like that. That's it. I want to say love bombing, bad vibes, getting bad vibes.
I was like, maybe he's just really intentional with dating. Like, I kept trying to justify his behavior as normal. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's just intentional with dating, and if he wants to do that, he can. So, and I just basically responded and said, thanks for telling me, but it's online dating. I'm going to continue to explore connections, but I would love to get to know you. And he was fine with that.
Yeah, I do love that right away. She was like, oh, okay, if you're there, that's fine. I'm not there yet. That's a healthy response to me. You know, it's communicating, being open, saying, you know what, you want to do that? That's on you. But yeah, we don't even know each other yet. Like, I'm going to continue dating.
Started to get to know each other more over the next couple of days. And he would tell me things about his ex-wife because I had asked about his children. You know, he was open about having children, and he showed me pictures of his ex-wife. And since he likes to talk about things in 100-pound increments, right? She was like about 100 pounds lighter than him. And he told me how physically abusive she was to him. And this is nothing that he has not spoken about online, so I'm not exposing anything. And he just talked horrible about her. Just bashed her. And that's red flag number 2, because anytime you're talking bad about the mother of your children, I have a pause, because I think you're just projecting that you actually were the one in the wrong. But again, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe he's just trying to be super open. I'll keep talking to him. The texting quickly turned into him calling me all the time. He works, I don't remember if it was second or third shift. He's like a fighter jet mechanic. So he would call me during every break that he knew that I was awake, because I just worked like a normal 9 to 5 job. So he'd call me on like 6 p.m. break and then a 9 p.m. break. And then he'd call me like 3 p.m. on the way to work. Maybe it was last final shift or whatever, third shift. I don't know. But I was like, thought it was like, okay, that's kind of nice. He's trying to get to know me when he can. Like, I know he's a dad, he works full time. Like, I was like, this is nice. But it just became intense within a couple of days.
Speaking as somebody who has one child, I don't know where some people find the energy. Where do you find the time and where do you find the energy? Like, if you have a full-time job and you have kids and you're finding time to like call this girl morning, noon, and night, that's a lot. I would be a little bit put off by that.
And the week we started talking, the next weekend was the Super Bowl, and he was telling me, oh, I want to have a Super Bowl party at my house and I'm going to invite all my coworkers. And then like I talked to him a few hours later and he's like, I invited everyone and no one's going to come. Like, I just try so hard to have friends. I try so hard to be a good guy and just nobody reciprocates it. And I'm just like, if you were really a good guy, you would freaking have friends to come to your Super Bowl party. Like,
it's always the craziest people that say that they are the nice guys. If you're really nice, you don't have to be telling everybody that you're such a nice guy. People will just know. They'll know.
It just started to make me feel weird, and it was intense. The amount of texting, the amount of just how much he tried to be the good guy. I remember him asking me on one conversation, like, what are some chores that you don't like? And I was like, oh, I really hate doing and folding laundry. And he was like, when we're together, I will do all of the laundry because you are the woman. I should be waiting on you hand and foot. Oh, you don't like to cook? What's your favorite meal? I'll cook you my favorite meal. Like, just basically parroting everything you would think you would want somebody to say, which is usually not normal and it's not healthy, right? Okay.
The only thing worse than love bombing is people talking about what they would do and like trying to love bomb you that way. Or like, what is it called? Future faking? No, that's not future. Yeah, that is future faking, right? Like saying, oh, if we were to do this, I would do this, this, and this, and this. And then like, it's not happening. So why are you telling me that these things would happen? People actually fall for that. I would have zero trust for the guy, to be honest. I'd be like, you're lying. Like, it would creep me out. It would creep me out. That's not like a normal thing to say. Like, just like throwing yourself on the ground and being like, I would do anything for you. It's like, we haven't even met yet. You don't know me. You don't know me. Why, like, ugh. It would creep me out. Totally creep me out.
Okay, so the final thing for me that I was like, this guy is just too much. He had been trying to also plan a date for us, and this was going to be like a 5-hour day. He wanted to go to like dinner and mini golf and ice cream, and like for a first date, that's intense. I don't want to give you 5 hours of my day on a first date. I don't know you. Like, I'm more like, let's go grab coffee, or like, let's go meet somewhere public and just walk around and talk. Like, it can be super simple. So I was already feeling turned off by that. I had an appointment to go get my hair done, and he was like, oh, please send me a picture when you get your hair done. Like, I just want to see how beautiful you look. And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. I'll take an ego boost and send you a photo, right? So I sent him a photo, and he was just like, God, you're just so beautiful. You are just way out of my league. I'm such a loser compared to you. I don't know what you're even doing talking to me. And it's like, what? The lack of confidence in the victim. And
woe, again, with the woe is me. My life sucks. Nobody likes me. My life is so sad thing. Why do that to someone who you're trying to date? Does he think that's like an attractive quality? I don't understand the thought process, like trying to make someone feel sorry for you and that's supposed to be attractive.
It was just all too much. It was so much red flag. So by this point, I already just decided that the next day I was going to cut it off and tell him I'm not going on that date Saturday, and this was Thursday. I go to dinner with my friend after getting my hair cut. I come out of dinner and I have a text from a friend who's single and also dating, and I'll put the screenshots here. She basically said, how do you know this guy, Jake? Because he had added me on Facebook. He added me on all social media. And I was like, you can see the message. We've been talking on social media, and it sounds like it's past tense, but I had still technically been talking to him at this point. And this is the guy that told me he deleted all of his dating apps to speak to me. So I immediately sent him all of that. And I was like, I don't know why you make this effort to make it sound like you only want to talk to one girl at one time, and you're clearly still on the dating apps, which is fine, but the lying about it and trying to act like you're a certain kind of gentleman and you only talk to one girl, like, it's too much. Like, I do not want to go out with you, blah blah blah. He flipped out on me, blocked me, whatever. Fine, cool, moving on with my life. I was scrolling TikTok a few months later, and he came up on my For You page because he has a TikTok with like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30,000 followers, where he just talks about his boohoo woes of dating, how women don't like him and how he's such a gentleman, how he wants to do all these nice things, and he likes to like yell at the camera and like lecture like, if you're not fully healed, you shouldn't be dating. And I just wanted to share my experience and my story because I don't know, I can't diagnose someone, I don't know the whole history of this guy, but he gave me a seriously uncomfortable gut feeling, and the red flags were going. I only talked to him for about a week. I shouldn't have let it go on as long as I did, definitely, but I think all women just need to be wary of this guy until he gets help. I hope no woman goes on a date with him, and I hope all of this was a big, huge lesson for him.
1 week. They were talking for just 1 week. That's a lot. Paige did make a response video like way when this first happened, in the beginning when this first happened. But I guess nobody really screen recorded it. They only stitched it. So I was never able to see the full video because she's removed it from her page. There's no copies of it. There's just like one little clip of her saying that he asked for her number and she didn't want to give it to him. And that's why he ended up going on this whole like rampage, which I completely believe, to be honest. It kind of seems like he would be hurt deeply by getting rejected.
I didn't apply to be part of this photo shoot. The photographer reached out to me and I thought it would be fun. I get there, I didn't know what this guy looked like. I had fun. I was not attracted to him. I had no interest in him, but I did the photo shoot. It was a fun experience. I didn't give him my number, and I guess that made him mad, but I didn't wish to go any further. I was trying to be nice. I didn't choose to go to the internet and blast him for how he looked or how he was. So that's what happened.
She's been posting on TikTok, but she hasn't posted anything about this since. Anyway, you guys, that's pretty much the whole story. Chelsea, the photographer, she did remove the photos and the videos of the photo shoot for a short period of time. I think because she kind of got caught up in all the commotion. So because it is her business page, she removed them temporarily just to kind of like lay low and let it blow over. They are back up again if you want to visit her page. The photos are so cute. The video's adorable. And yeah, Paige, she deleted her response, and then she hasn't posted anything about it since. So I don't think that she really wants, I think she wants to put all this behind her, right? And you know what? I don't blame you, girl. Like, oh my gosh. This is quite, the experience of Jake seems to be quite memorable for people. So, you just put it, just forget about it. Just put it past you. Hopefully Jake seeks some kind of therapist. And hopefully he did learn a little bit from this. From his apology, it doesn't really sound like he's absorbing the words that he is speaking. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for sticking with me on this one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment for engagement. I love to hear what you guys think. If you want me to cover a certain topic in the future, definitely let me know down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.